biggest failure of my YouTube channel was that one time when I said I would watch every single anime and review every single anime from the year 2005, and I never finished it. So let's keep going. I actually watched 4 shows from 2005 that I never made into videos after stopping making 2005. And the reason I stopped making 2005 is because these 4 shows sucked, and so did a bunch of shows from before that, and it was getting to be a bit of a fucking slog watching so much terrible anime. And also having to think of something to say about it other than this fucking sucks. So, the 4 shows are, which we'll just get through, we're just going to power through them in this video, based on pure memory. I haven't watched these shows since I watched them and dropped them, so we're just going to power through them, based on pure memory, so we can get back to that good shit, right? And these 4 shows are Eureka 7, Hachimitsuto Clover, Tubasa Chronicle, and Trinity Blood. All 4 of these shows I really didn't like. This is one of the other things that stopped me from finishing 2005, is at the time I was making 2005, I was a very big fan of one particular anime YouTuber who really liked Eureka 7, and I thought that if I was going to make a negative review of it, I would have to make a really well fleshed out written review that was really long, and I'd have to rewatch the show again so I could write that. I watched 14 episodes of Eureka 7 and didn't like it. Almost everyone I know really likes Eureka 7, so I felt like I had to justify the reason I didn't like it, and it was hard to justify it other than saying the characters are all really annoying. Because Eureka 7 does have a bunch of really cool stuff in it. It has mechs who surf in the sky, which is kind of the coolest shit ever. But the problem, yeah, as I said, the problems with Eureka 7, to me, really the characters. The problem I have with a lot of shonen, it's one of the big reasons why I'm not into shonen, is the main characters are being very young, or like not very young, but very immature, sort of children. You know, it's a coming of age sort of show. It's a first love type of show. I don't like Renton's romantic interest, Eureka. I don't like Renton. Don't really like any of the older characters who are on the big ship, the gecko thingy. I forget what it's called. The gecko. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't like any of the characters. They're just all really annoying to me all the time. Like the way they spoke, I just felt like when you watch a show with characters I enjoy. I'm not saying every character has to be a good person. Like, you can either make a character a good person, or you can make them a bad person. There are shows with characters like, for example, Hidamari Sketch, where I can imagine myself having a really great time hanging out with these people, you know? I just love every second that they're on camera. I love spending time with these characters because they're really cool and nice and whatever. Or you could have something like, one of my favorite visual novels is a visual novel called Cross Channel, and in that, the main character particularly, but also all the other characters, not all of them, most of the other characters are bad people, and that's the point. It's sort of a psychological analysis, or of like what makes someone behave in this way. Is it possible to be redeemed if you've done terrible blah blah blah, right? This is not a review of Cross Channel. So you can do one of those two things. What I don't want is a bunch of assholes presented as if they're fun and cool and epic. They're not cool. They're assholes. I don't want to listen to them talk. And the plot is boring, generic, shonen, I don't care. It does the shonen thing that I hate, which is be really long, 50 episodes, hint at a major mystery early, and then just not tell you what the fuck is going on. Even though they could just tell you, they have other characters speak in vague terms, you know, like, which is for no reason other than to make the audience not know what's happening, so they want to keep watching to find out what happens. How about you make a show that's good so I want to keep watching, right? Instead of making a mystery that you're cock-teasing me about, so that I am sort of, you know, my natural human curiosity takes over and I want to find out what happens. How about you make a show where I want to continue spending time with the characters instead, and I want to, you know, actually enjoy the process of the plot instead of just wanting to know what the ending is. I don't know what the ending is. I watched 14 episodes and then dropped it. And I stopped caring very long time ago about what the ending is because of how annoyed I was at the show. The most annoying characters, of course, are the kids, the very young kids that Eureka looks after. Um, they were just completely painful to be around. As someone who does not like children, I can't stand any second where they're on screen. Just makes me want to fucking throw up. I do not sympathize, empathize with any of the characters. I think Renton's an idiot. He's supposed to be an idiot, but much like Shinji Ikari, he's very much a Shinji Ikari type of character. But he kind of gets rewarded for his idiocy, whereas Shinji does not get rewarded. It's kind of the point of Ava. Clearly, this is inspired by Ava, but it's not made by people who know what they're doing, like Ava was. And that's why Eureka 7 fucking sucks. Next up is Hachimitsuto Clover. Now, when I watched this, I was in university, and this is a show set in university with a bunch of university people. And again, this is one of the, or Honey and Clover, as it is in English. This is another one of those. This is another one of the reasons why I couldn't finish 2005 originally, is because I was trying to write a review of this show, and the only thing I could say is it's just not, like, there's just a little something in there that doesn't click to me. Like, by all means, I should like this show. The characters are all cool. They're all interesting. They all have depth. The dialogue is well written. The setting is interesting. Like, it's generally a well made, competent show. That is widely well liked, made by JC staff. Competent people behind the scenes. Everything should be good. But I just don't like it. It just doesn't click with me. It just doesn't connect with me. One of the reasons is a lot of the drama is not drama in a style I like. It's kind of melodramatic and not my sort of thing. But really, again, it's just sort of a je ne sais quoi that didn't really connect with me for some reason. Even though, again, at the time I was in university, I felt like I could relate to these characters and what they were going through. But it just didn't click with me. I couldn't get into it. I tried. I watched 5 episodes, which is more than I would normally give for a show that I wasn't enjoying, because I thought this has all of these elements that I should like, but I'm not enjoying it. So I'm just going to keep trying until I do, and I didn't. So that's another reason I never finished 2005, because I felt like that was an extremely unsatisfying video to make. Like, yeah, this show's pretty good. I should like it. I just don't. I don't know why, and it just doesn't click. And I thought that's a bad video to make, so I never ended up making that. Next up is Tubasa Chronicle. This was very confusing, knowing nothing about Tubasa Chronicle going in, because it has Cardcaptor Sakura characters and XXX characters in it, and I was like, what? It's got all the Clamp characters in it, doing fantasy stuff. I thought it sucked. I thought it just made me want to watch Cardcaptor Sakura, because that's a better show with Sakura in it, and she's cool, and I like her, and she's shit in this, because they're not connected to their personalities in the shows they come from. They just reuse the character designs. It's dumb. It looks like shit most of the time, except for occasionally when it looks pretty good. And yeah, also, I liked the first episode. I remember liking the first episode, but yeah, meh. Meh show. I don't think that's a hot take. I think a lot of people don't like Tsubasa Chronicle. Very corny, incredibly corny. Just like the dialogue, the plot, the characters, everything's just super corny. I guess the setting's kind of interesting, but no, can't really say anything positive about it. And Trinity Blood, I have no memory of Trinity Blood. I probably watched 10 seconds of it. I gave it a 2 out of 10. So I probably scrubbed it from my memory. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck Trinity Blood is. I don't remember it. I have no memory of watching this, but I apparently gave it a 2 and dropped it in one episode, so that should tell you all you need to know about Trinity Blood. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of fucking shows here. There's a lot of shows that came out in 2005. Some of them, I assume, are pretty good. So far, only a couple of them have been decent. But yeah, next up is Ice Shield 21, which I suppose is a American football show. Yeah. Yeah, it's an American football show. Now, I'm widely known to not like American football as a sport. I think it's a bad sport. I'm sorry for you American football likers, but I think it's a bad sport. I'm not here to say it's 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 bad compared to rugby or Aussie rules, because they're very different. American football is not really very. It's not very similar to rugby. Once you actually understand the rules, it just looks aesthetically similar to rugby, but it's actually very different from rugby. But I think it's different in worse ways. Much like I think baseball is different from cricket in worse ways. Yes, this is me being British. I like Aussie rules though. That's a good sport, and that's not British. That's Australian. So you got that. I'm not that into sports really. Definitely not really into sports shonen either. But and this also has 145 episodes, so I'm not gonna do this justice. So I'm gonna watch. This is why I'm putting it in this video, because I'm not gonna do it justice. I'm not fucking watching 145 episodes of a show. Like, I know I'm not gonna like it that much. Just it's not my thing. So I'm going to probably watch. I don't know. Fuck it. Fuck that. Fuck it. Fuck iShield 21. You know what? This is my I. When I said I was gonna review every anime from 2005, what I meant was I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck I want. And so in the next episode, I guess I'll watch Loveless. I Here's the shows I actually want to watch. I want to watch Ichigo 100%. I want to watch Koregawa Tashi no Goshijin Sama. I want to watch Fruitako Alternative. I've already watched one episode of Fruitako Alternative. I put it on hold, so I want to finish that. And I want to watch Koi Koi 7. I want to watch Onagai My Melody. I want to watch Comic Party Revolution. And that's it. That's all I want to watch. And then in summer 2005, I would like to watch. Well, I've already seen Ichigo Marshmallow, and I've seen. See, this is when the year gets good. This is why I thought 2005 was a good year for anime, because here's some shows that came out in 2005. Ichigo Marshmallow, Pani Pony Dash, Kamichu, um, Decapo SS Decapo second season, and Decapo's good. And then fucking Mushishi, Shakugan no Shana, Rosen Maiden some sequel, Aria, Nanoha A's, Mayotome, Damune, Too Hot 2, which I really want to play. I have the visual novel on my computer, but can't play it because it doesn't work in Wine. So I'm excited to watch Too Hot 2, because I've always wanted to play Too Hot, but it's not translated. Too Hot 2 was only translated fairly recently, the visual novel, but again, can't play it, unfortunately. But yeah, Too Hot, if you don't know, was the first. It's Leaf, right? The first thing that was called a visual novel was a Leaf visual novel by that studio, and I forget what it was called. Uh, Wait, maybe it was. I don't remember. But that was like a weird horror Denpa thing. But Too Hot was the first gal game, basically. Galge, as they call it in Japan. Garuge, as they call it in Japan, or girl game, as you would say in English. Uh, Romance focused, cute girl moe focused visual novel. But Too Hot is very famous in Japan, and it's kind of weird that it hasn't been translated. But that's just what it's like being a visual novel fan and not speaking Japanese. Too Hot 2, however, again, actually, I believe is considered better than Too Hot 1, and is translated into English. But I don't have the software to play it, which is incredibly annoying. I might have to just install Windows on a computer so I can play that game, because that would be a good way to do justice to Too Hot. So I want to watch Too Hot, and then yeah, that's it. That's the only shows I really care about that came out in 2005. But particularly, I care about these three shows. The reason is because Ichigo Marshmallow, Pani Pony Dash, and Kamichu are three of my favorite shows of all time. All three of those shows are like, two of them were in my top 10, I think, and one of them is like pretty fucking close. Panty Pony Dash is an amazing show. Kamichu is a really amazing show. Ichigo Marshmallow, also an amazing show and an amazing manga. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm just rambling about shit. I fuck it. What am I supposed to do? Do I have to do this? No, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do anything. This is why I didn't finish 2005. This is why I didn't finish it, because there's like 3 good shows and then the rest of them suck. I should have done 2007. It's a much better year. I didn't know this at the time. 2007, much better year for anime. Here, look, let's get up 2007 so you can see how much of a better year it was for anime. Okay. 2007. Winter 2007. So here's what came out in 2007. Naruto stuff. Naruto Shippuden. Hidamari Sketch. Fucking Manabi Straight. Saint October, which I haven't seen, but I've heard good things about it. I think, unless I'm misremembering. Gurren Lagann, great show. Lucky Star, obviously amazing show. One of the best shows ever. Afro Samurai. Hayate no Gotoku. Bokurano. Denno Coil. And a whole bunch of other good shit. Nanoha Strikers. Kamichama Karen. What the fuck is Skull Man? That's a cool name. Skull Man. Well, there's a lot of anime. More Onegai My Melody. Okay, that's spring. Bakano. School Days is not a good show. Higurashi. Mononoke. I don't like Mononoke, actually. Dojin Work. That's a good show. Moetan. That's a great show. Sky Girls. Nanatsuru Drops. Momushishi. Oh no, never mind. That's Mushi Uta. I don't know what the fuck that is. Clanad. Kaiji. Shugo Kara. Wait, I don't like that show. I watched 1 episode and didn't like it. F for Taylor Memories. Minami K. With Wolf Dog. The Ghost Hound. That's Wolf Dog. Ghost Hound. Kodomo no Jikan. Which I say it's... I just have to mention that Kodomo no Jikan came out. I don't actually like Kodomo no Jikan that much. I mostly find Kodomo no Jikan to be very funny because of the fact that it was written by a woman, and people are surprised by that fact, and I find that very funny. Bamboo Blade, which I think is good. DC De Capo 2, which I again just want to read the visual novel of instead. Sketchbook Full Colors, which is an amazing show. That's a really, really good show. If you haven't seen Sketchbook Full Colors, you're missing out big time. That's a really good show. Did I miss anything? I don't know. Probably. Whatever. So a bunch of good shows came out in 2007. I think like a few more good... But still, watching every anime from a certain year, it's a painful process because most anime fucking sucks ass. It sucks fucking balls. Anime as a medium sucks balls. What the fuck is currently airing? Let's see what's currently airing. I have no idea. I don't keep up with currently airing anime anymore. I bet it's all terrible. This sequel. The fuck Kimetsu no Yaiba sequel. What the fuck is this? Sono Bisque Dou wa Kois Osuru. The fuck is this? I'm not watching that shit. Oh, Cloverworks? I might watch this shit. Traumatized by a childhood incident with a friend who took exception to his love of traditional dolls, doll artisan hopeful Wakana Gojo passes his days as a loner, finding solace in his home ec room at his high school. To Wakana, people like the beautiful Marin Kitagawa, a trendy girl who's always surrounded by a throng of friends, is practically an alien from another world. But when cheerful Marin, never one to be shy, spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she barges in with the aim of roping her quiet classmate into her secret hobby, cosplay. Will Wakana's wounded heart be able to handle the invasion from this sexy alien? I'm not watching that shit. I'm sorry. You couldn't pay me to watch that. Takagi-san season 3. This all looks bad. I haven't seen a single show that looks good. What is this? Is this Yuri? Slow Loop. What is this? Futsal Boys. There's a futsal anime now? Of course there's a They're running out of sports real quick. And that's basically it. I mean, maybe these shows just haven't been announced yet. The fuck is this? This might be good. Akebi-chan no Seira Fuku. That might be good. Might be. And Slow Loop seems cool. It's a fishing slice of life. Yeah, this is my shit. Slow Loop, this is my shit. Slow Loop looks like it's gonna be good. I'm gonna watch Slow Loop. That's the only show I'm gonna watch. The rest of these look awful. This is actually one of the worst looking anime seasons I've ever seen in the history of me caring about anime. This looks so bad. It looks atrocious. What's Komi Mushoku Tensei Season 2? Tact Op Destiny? Platinum End Made. I was so disappointed with Miyako-chan. Such a disappointing show. Yeah, a lot of people like Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I thought it was bad. And there's also a very long light novel title. Shin no nakama janai to yusha no party wa oitasereta no de henkyou no de slow life suru koto ni shimashita. Yeah, that was a bad show. They're all bad shows. They're all bad anime. They don't make good anime anymore. They just stopped at some point. I don't know why. Oh, I remember why I was interested in Slow Loop. I believe Slow Loop was based on a manga from Manga Time Kirara Carrot, I believe, which is a good manga magazine. And so I thought that'll probably be pretty good. Yeah, man. Good thing there's no like laws that tell you have to care about currently airing anime. But then why would I care about previously airing anime either? I should just watch all of the good shows from 2005. But then I would never have found shows like Mahoraba Heartful Days, which became one of my favorite anime. But I highly doubt that any of these other shows are going to be as good as Mahoraba Heartful Days. I know Love. I was like, why do I know Loveless? And I think it's because I've seen like gifs of it. Is it yaoi? Oh, it's it's BL. That's why I know Loveless. I think it's a famous BL show. I've never actually watched that's not true. I watched Banana Fish. I've never actually enjoyed a BL show, so I don't know if I want to watch Loveless. This looks like it. No, that doesn't look like it might be good. Yeah, none of these look good. I'm sorry. Korega Watashi no Gashujin-sama looks good. It's because it has Aoki, Ume Aoki character designs, right? That's her name? I hope I'm not getting that wrong. can't type. Forgot how to type. No, that's not her name. Okay, it's someone ripping off her character designs? Who the fuck is this? Asu Tsubaki. Oh, he did the original character designs. I'm sorry, these look so much like Hidamari sketch characters. I have trouble believing that the Hidamari sketch person was not involved in this. Maybe they weren't. Isn't her name Aoki, Ume Aoki or something, or something like that? Whatever, who gives a shit? That show's probably good. It might be terrible. Honestly, none of these look very good. Actually, that's not true. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm just rambling because I'm mad that anime isn't good. Remember when anime used to be good? No, I don't remember that because it never was. Anime was never good. There's a fact for you. There's a fun fact for you. Anime was never good. You know what was good? Movies. Movies were good at one point. They used to just make good movies. Not true. They made a lot of bad ones as well. There's never been a medium where most things have been good. The only medium where most things have been good is My Little Pony fan works. That is the only medium where most things have been good. And even then it was just barely. It was like 51%. And I don't like My Little Pony. I don't like that show. People say, it's just a slice of life anime, dude. I say no. Because I hate musical segments in things. Don't put musical segments in your thing. Or I won't, if you want me to like it. And also, it's not just a slice of life show. It's like, it's closer to, I don't know, not that. But I've already watched all of the good slice of life shows-ish. This is my life is suffering. This is why I don't watch that much anime anymore. It's not because I stopped liking anime. It's because I never liked anime. I liked a particular genre of anime. And I've already watched almost all of that particular genre of anime that was ever made that was good. And so now I have to read visual novels. But they're really long. And that takes a long time and a lot of dedication and patience. Speaking of which, I should finish Wagamama High Spec. It's alright. Which is better than I can say for the state of modern anime. You know what the last good anime to air was? The last good anime to actually come out was Hokago Teibo Nishi. That was the last good anime that aired on TV. I don't think they've made any good ones since then. I mean, that weren't sequels, because Yuru Camp Season 2 was good. But they haven't made any good anime that wasn't a sequel to an already good anime since Hokago Teibo Nishi. So what the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to review every show from 2005? No. I went into this video thinking, this will be the bit where I return. Where I'm like, yeah, that's right. Out of nowhere, we're doing 2005 again. We're reviewing every anime from the year 2005 once again. And now I'm like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're never doing that. Reviewing anime sucks. Fuck that shit. And don't do it to yourself. Don't spend your time watching bad anime so that you can build up Reddit karma on your My Anime List account. Don't do that. It's a waste of your time. You could be watching a movie by, Ozu or something. That's in Japanese. It's pretty close to anime, right? It's a movie with words and it's in Japanese. Those words are in Japanese. That's like almost anime. And it's better than most anime. You know, you could be watching Woman in the Dunes. Great movie. Very good movie. You watch that's almost anime, right? That's like got Japanese people in it. That's what anime is, right? You could be reading Subarashiki Hibi, the best visual novel, and then you can spend the rest of your life like me, chasing that high again and never getting it because um, Sakura no Uta hasn't got an English translation, and so you will never achieve the same high that you got from reading Subahibi, and you'll spend the rest of your life wallowing in a fountain of Chinese PowerPoint presentation porn, and that's okay. And that's okay. Then you'll make peace with the world. Once you've realized all of this, then you'll be at peace. And that's your coming of age story. So don't watch fucking whatever that show that I was talking about that was a coming of age story. Eureka 7. Don't watch Eureka 7. Just have your own coming of age story. And you do that by whatever the fuck I just said.